Hey you guys, how's it going? It's Paul at Sobremesa Studios today, just to give a little bit of an update of, what we've been up to. This week has been crazy. It's not normally like this, but I think this has been multiple days having events back to back to back. All of them super fun, all of them full of really good people. So I just realized I'm looking at this camera. So we've got a double camera setup today. And I've been vlogging actually kind of a little bit with this guy. Let me see. There we go. There's that focus. So it's kind of like cameraception right now. Well, this little action camera by DJI, the Action 5. It's been so cool to work with. It reminds me of having like an old GoPro. That was actually a GoPro was my first camera ever. So yeah, it really brought me back to those days. I've been using a little small rig arm to strap it to my camera and just sort of give a behind the scenes look. I've teased it a little bit on the stories, but I think this video, more than anything, is gonna really show just a cool and different perspective, Well, we were just in this room not too long ago filming sort of like a podcast style video for Racho Mezcal. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Matt and Daniel, the co-owners of Racho, were here sort of breaking down the business of mezcal, their POV, the way they work together. There's a lot of fun and cool videos, so please go check that out. On Tuesday, we went down to downtown Lancaster to Curio Market and Kitchen. Our good friends Laura and Chris are the owners. Phenomenal grab-and-go spot, chef-prepared meals. But they did a multi-course dinner with Perez Balta, which is a Spanish, I believe Barcelona-based wine brand. So I was able to go and get some photographs for them, as well as have my wife and I enjoy dinner. And y'all, it was amazing. They had duck, they had redfish, they had beef, they had this dessert, this little like dessert biscuit. Oh my gosh, it was great. And the wines paired beautifully with them. Usually you go to a paired dinner and sometimes you're like, I kind of get it. But this time I was like, yo, they got it. So that was great. I also want to talk about, I've been shooting with this kind of setup. I think before talking about doing shoots like that, I think I was really nervous at first because I would really shoot with a AD600 Pro, which is like this big, has a handle, blinds half the people in the room. So I think versatility was sort of the word on my mind this week, especially running from one event to the other. So I've been shooting with this V100, or it's not V100, I wish. So I've been shooting with this V1, and this V1 is an awesome little speed light. It gets the job done. It's nothing fancy. We've been able to get more like editorial style, which is very different from the way I think of images. And when we talk about like the versatility, I'm talking like camera in hand with a little trigger paired to this. Pop, pop, pop. Wednesday, we were over at the Meteor Cafe for their barista throwdown. For those who don't know, sort of the origin of Sobremesa, which I'm going to be sharing about in a later video. But it has to do with coffee. I'm a retired barista. Funny enough, I actually competed. I went up against my good friend Emmanuel. We used to work together. And it was totally a surprise. I was not expecting it. Totally lost. But I have some clips of it, thanks to my little action camera. It was just so much fun. It's been a while since I've done like a coffee event. So to be able to do another one was a lot of fun, And again, we're using that V1 to really just like be versatile. It helps being 6'2" with long arms. I just sort of raise my arm and boom, get some shots. So it gave me a nice like overhead. Getting to play with the angles was fun too. I was able to go with the team over at Marcelo Andres, the ceramic studio here in Dallas. Keep an eye out on their Instagram because they do some really cool sales, and it was a good time of just people walking around the space. They had a DJ, they were pouring out some natural wine. Met new friends over at Bahai who had some amazing bao buns and halo halo. And yeah, so it's been a really good week. I thought I would just sort of share a little bit about it, and again, just say thanks as always for supporting the brand, sticking around, saying hi. I think it's really cool that in this industry, I'm able to do it for the last 5-6 years and know that there's still so many people to meet and there's still so many more collaborations that can happen. So I'm super stoked about that. I think all the people I've been meeting this week have been just such a blast to work with. But again, yeah, just thank you so much for following Sobremesa. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. All right, bye guys.